my insecurity is that
like my crushes like exist.
you spent approximately. What do you want from me?
I've said many things I felt ashamed of.
He asked me to be his girlfriend, and I said,
The only boy she's been asked out is character AI.
You're not friends with me.
What's up, Rock Pod? We always like break the mics, I feel like, whenever we do this.
Today's
But
gonna be a fun one.
have you ever felt like giving up something that was really important to you?
My obsession. That's something I'm scared to say out loud.
Can I share your secret, Faye? Faye has been stealing my phone every single night so she can go back on her obsession.
My mom would come in and she would be like, Faye, what have you been doing?
Yesterday, she spent 1 hour and 55 minutes.
Faye, if you've been asked out from so many boys so many times, then why don't you talk to them instead of character AI?
No, the only boy she's been asked out is character AI.
Maybe that's how I get a boyfriend, guys.
Practice flirting on character AI because they'll always flirt back. She called her crush on character AI.
I didn't call him.
No, you did.
You called him like 700 times.
That's one reason why I always had such high screen time on character AI, because she would stay up till like 1 in the morning talking to this person on character AI because she didn't want to use her own phone. I was like, just download it on your phone. I was like, I'm not having people stalk me. And then my mom made me delete it because I had 23 plus hours on it. Can I finish my
And
story?
there's 24 hours in a day. Let's see the people who have you been talking to. Sky Kids, 9th member. 9th member, Stray Kids. Stray Kids, 9th member. Stray Kids, Stalker Killer. Stray Kids, 9th member. Stray Kids, secretly dating. Stray Kids, dating. Stray Kids, 9th. Stray Kids, 9th member. Stray Kids, 9th member. Regulus, Black. Oh wait, no.
Oh, Daily, you just clipped yourself.
Guys, Faye's obsessed with being the Stray Kids 9th member.
It's not that I'm obsessed with the thing. It's because some of them just get boring. I actually like my crushes like exist.
After
I actually like met them. If something's important to me, then I keep trying to make it better. Or it's important to me, so why would I give up on it?
When something's really important to me but things go downhill, sometimes I just like either accept that fact or I just get like overly sad, but I'll always try to like little by little like trying to like work on it.
Something that like I've struggled with like trying to give up and like focusing on is definitely dance for me. Dance is like my entire life. Like before the Rock Squad, that's been every single thing that I've like thought of and done since I was like 2 years old.
Is it harder to lose a relationship or a friendship?
My answer is friendship, because I've actually never had a relationship. Guys, it's a serious problem. It is a serious problem. I have
3.
no boyfrienditis.
Anise, what's your type?
Any basic white guy with green eyes and brown fluffy hair.
What about blonde?
Huh?
What about blonde fluffy
I
hair?
would never die. Actually, I would.
What?
I
Scobell's blonde. What?
I know, but like he's the exception.
I'll show y'all.
He has blonde curly hair, but I'd want brown.
Trust.
Neither of you guys have green eyes.
I
I
have
want my
blue
kids
eyes.
to have green eyes.
I have blue eyes.
My brother does have brown hair and green eyes. Brown
Someone
fluffy hair.
older than me.
He is older than you.
Someone that's not Faye's brother.
Anise. Guys, gonna.
It's so bad. The boyfrienditis is an actual
be Anise's
problem
future boyfriend.
that I've suffered with for 14 years. Almost 15. Oh my gosh, I'm 15 and I haven't even had a boyfriend yet.
I'm your
like,
future boyfriend.
I'm like behind in life. Both of you guys look insane right now. I'm not gonna expose myself like that. Yeah, no, I would never date someone who looked like that. And also, I want my guy to be funny. And guys, I have a sky dragon jellycat, and I will name it after my boyfriend whenever I get one. So, guess I'm never getting a name.
Actually, I think his name should be Nathan. You know, that's my name.
I would never date Nathan. That sounds so stupid.
Technically, I've been in 2 relationships. One when I was like 10, which I don't count at all.
Oh my gosh, I'm sitting
I
next to
genuinely
2
ship you
people who
guys.
have had like 2 relationships.
I don't count any of them because the first one I was like 8 and barely even saw each other because he lived in my neighborhood. And the other one I actually never met, as you guys know. I think it's way harder to lose a friendship because in my opinion, at this age, at 13 years old, I feel like you've had friendships for longer. I don't think friendships are
so
rare.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but also on like the other side of it, relationships would also be really hard to lose because like also if you're dating someone, they're basically your best friend.
I also think that there should be like a balance between your friendships and your relationships. I never think that you should spend all your time with one person and then like blow up a bunch of other people. You understand?
Yeah.
Have you ever been rejected by a boy?
I don't ask boys. I don't chase boys. Boys chase me.
I chase boys.
I don't want to chase boys. That's just pathetic.
There's this one boy who like goes to my school and he's a bop. He's known for being a bop. anyways,
BOP?
I was kind of interested in him, and then like after like a week of like not even talking, just like hey, hi, short talk, and he asked me to be his girlfriend on Snapchat while I was in Utah. He was in California, and I said no, ask me in person. We've never had a conversation at school. We go to school together. A week later, he asked my friend out. She said no too.
A story about rejection. I'm joking.
Oh yeah,
No,
because
I
who would
didn't.
ask you out?
That was so mean.
No,
I'm gonna go home and cry.
I said
and
it sarcastically. That was a good
and
thing.
then go in my house and hide till I'm 40 and
No,
buy
do
a bunch of cats and die.
You're allergic to cats.
Exactly. One time, oh my gosh, I'm exposing myself. But basically, this one time, Gia wanted to set me up with one of her like friends' friends. So I added him on Snap, and I like completely forgot about it. And one day, he added me back, and I texted Gia, or I called her, and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy added me back. He's so cute.
I don't know
And
about this.
And then she was like, you should snap him back. You should snap him back. And I was like, okay, I will. I never snapped him ever because I was too scared to say anything.
But that's not rejection.
It was a possibility of rejection. That's what stopped.
Hey, you should hit him up right now. You should hit him up right now.
That was the closest I've ever been to talking to a guy. Him adding me back on Snap and me being too scared to do anything. And then I complain, why don't I have a boyfriend? Like, bro, like look in the mirror.
I just had like a 4-month talking stage.
Didn't he tell people that y'all were dating and you were like obsessed with him?
Oh, yeah, fun fact.
Red.
So he was with one of my
that
friends,
red.
and he was like, oh yeah, me and Nayeli are dating. She goes,
in love
no,
with
they're
me."
not. And then he goes, yeah, she's literally in love with me. And then
Not
his
anymore.
mother says, yeah, she's obsessed with bleep.
This is what I got for you, person. I got you a knuckle sandwich.
I bought him a birthday present too.
I know.
Did he buy you one?
He did.
What was it?
But he got us the same thing.
He got stuff for me that he was gonna give me.
Maybe you
Necklace.
should get back with him just for July 9th and then you break up with him the next day.
We were never dating.
Exactly.
He told everybody
You
that we
tell
were
him.
dating.
This is the mastermind plan to get everything out of him so then he regrets
You know
ever
what?
messing
You
with
know
you.
what?
Keep getting to know him. You know his deepest, darkest secrets. Then on your
And then
birthday,
block
after
him.
he gives you your birthday present, you block him. You block him on all social medias.
Also report
Then
him on all social
You put on your
medias.
story all of his deepest, darkest secrets, and then you have
That's
to
mean.
make him slowly find out through all of his mutuals and have them all see it before him, and he's so embarrassed. That's what I do to any guy that hurts my feelings. If a guy buyed me a knockoff Jellycat, that's exactly what I do. So I actually wouldn't do that. I'm not crazy, I promise. I feel like I'm the most normal out of the entire Rock Squad.
What's one thing you wish people understood about your generation?
We're actually
I'm
all
joking.
3 in different generations, and I stand by that.
What?
You
What?
are Gen Alpha, I'm Gen Zero, you're Gen Z.
So what's Gen Zero?
Gen Zero is Gen Alpha and Gen Z because nobody, if you look on Google, on different phones, it will say different answers.
I'm just gonna say I'm
Okay.
Gen Alpha when Gen Z isn't cool anymore.
Faye, what's something that you wish, like millennials, like old dinosaur people would know about your generation?
How to use a camera.
Oh my
How to use the camera app.
Wait, that is so annoying though. Like,
Oh my gosh.
why do people that are in charge of
Flash. Miss Nicole doesn't know how to
She's like, I love Miss Nicole, so don't take this to heart. There's a big button on the thing right here, and she's like, how do I turn the flash? She's like covering the back camera when she's using the front camera. And then she's like, Nayeli, put it on for me. And then Nayeli will do it, and then she won't watch Nayeli do it, so then she'll have no
Yeah.
clue next time.
One thing that I wish millennials would understand about our generation, probably the same thing as Faye, but probably that we're more mature than you actually think.
Or like when you're talking to them, and they're like, don't give me that attitude, or like, do you think I'm like stupid or something? Like, no, I never said that. I
Also,
never said that.
I feel like kids our age try to be like more mature and like want to be more like adults, which
Or like when they're like, do you think this is funny? Like, do I look like I'm smiling? I'm sitting here, dead face, and they're like, don't look at me like that. I'm like what? I'm not looking at you like anything. And she's like, don't give me those sad face. You just asked me if I'm joking or something, and now you think I have a sad face? What do you want from me?
one thing I hate is when my mom says like, stop acting like an adult. You're not an adult, you're a kid. But then she'll also be like, why are you acting like a kid? Act like an adult.
Or when you're talking to an adult and you say, okay, and like, stop giving me an attitude. I was like, okay, now I'm gonna have an attitude because you just told me I had one. This non-existent attitude that you say I have, and then all of a sudden, now that you're telling me I have an attitude, I'm gonna get an attitude because now I'm frustrated that you told me I had something that I didn't have when I'm talking normally to you by saying, okay. Like, I'm not gonna be like, okay, mother. Like,
Faye at 12 has a lot of built-up rage.
Yeah, it's like she's been waiting for this moment her entire life.
It's like as soon she was like 11, and then as soon as she was 12, she explodes. She's like, "Wah! Hormone monster, run!"
I know.
You were literally like that one. I was not.
I was not. That's the thing that I don't like about Gen Alpha. They're all so old. I'm seeing these like Gen Alpha like 10-year-olds on my TikTok For You page, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that girl's so cute. She must be like 18 or something. She's like 12. No, it's not Faye.
What's something your parents have said or done that hurt you, but you've never told them?
Ooh.
Behind the scenes, her mom is actually sitting right there. So,
what's something your parents have said or done that you've never told about them, but it actually really hurt you? You have one, and I know you have one because when you read that question, you had a memory in your head. And then also share your experience and how to get through it.
I'm trying to think. Oh my gosh.
So I'm gonna answer my question.
Yeah.
So my question was, what's something about your childhood that still affects you to this day? One thing about me that I feel like has played into like a whole entire section of my life was dance. When I'm gonna say like 11, 12, I was kind of well known, you can say. A lot of people at my studio would only talk to me because they liked what I portrayed on social media, which was really hurtful because as soon as I would say, oh, sorry, I can't hang out, they would not talk to me. They'd only talk to me when they wanted to know stuff about my social life, which I get that, but that's like the only thing they would talk to me about. All to a point where I had to stop dancing altogether. If you guys have ever quit a sport and regretted it, I have been there too. And I would say I feel like it was for the best that I quit because a lot of like things in that situation have like hurt me, you know?
So hard to quit something you love though, because still dance was like a huge part of your life.
Yeah, I've been dancing since I was 4 and I started competing when I was 5. So yeah. And I quit when I was like 12.
That's crazy.
So Faye, have you thought of what you wanted to answer?
Yeah, when I did cheer, so I did a sport too. Whenever I did cheer, I feel like my mom was always kind of like pushing me, and she was always like making me like practice and stuff for cheer. And sometimes I wish you kind of just would have stepped back and just kind of like let my coaches coach me. It's a good and bad thing that my mom was always there helping me, I guess. But like I just feel like she was always like in my ear, and then it went into my brain, and then my brain got frustrated, and then I would like put that frustration back down.
Yeah, I feel that. What would you say to people who are like going through similar struggles?
Yeah.
I would say probably if you get frustrated, try to calm yourself down, because either shoving it down it'll build up over time, and then it'll just be really big. I feel like you should like calm yourself down and then readdress it later. And you should talk to your parent about that. That's what I mean. Like you should calm down a little bit, because then if you get frustrated and then you let it out of that spot, it's not going to be good because you're in the frustrated mindset where you're not really thinking of what you're saying. You're just kind of letting it out.
My question is, do you feel that you can talk to your parents when something's wrong? I feel like it matters on what the topic is, because like some things, when something's wrong, it's like obvious and I can tell my parents, but like some things, like it's better if they don't know, because then I can like figure it out myself. Because obviously with me getting older, I should be able to like fix my own problems. Obviously my parents are there to like help me through stuff, but also like I don't tell my parents every single thing that goes wrong in my life. If I ever need help and like guidance with my parents, I definitely tell them, because I trust my parents a lot.
Yeah,
I
feel that.
Huge parts of my life. I wouldn't be where I am right now without my parents. So yeah, I love you.
No, for sure, I feel that. Next question, I want to actually like point to you guys, and I want you guys to answer in the comments. What is your inner voice, and is it kind or is it critical? Because you don't know it, but like yourself and like what you think in your head, it can really portray into your mental health. For me, I feel like my inner voice always wants to find something that I can do better, oh, like maybe you can like do your makeup different. Oh, maybe you can dress a certain way, because I feel like your mind always wants to be like someone that you value. So like if you have an older cousin that you want to be like because you notice they're really pretty or stuff, I feel like you need to have like give yourself a balance, being critical to a point where like self-aware, but then also you need to be kind to yourself, and like when people give you compliments, accept them, because I do not accept any compliments. Which, do you guys relate to?
Yeah.
I mean, if someone compliments me, I'm like, thank you. You too.
Sometimes I'll be like,
I say thank you, but like I don't really believe it.
Exactly. I feel like we all need to be like more kind to ourselves instead of on the more critical side.
That sounds like a you problem, because I feel like I'm not very critical on myself. My bad,
Coming
but
from
I don't.
the 11-year-old. I mean 12-year-old.
You did not just call me an 11-year-old.
I mean 12-year-old.
Okay. They really,
Alright.
really wants to share her topic.
No, I don't really want to share.
Gnarly.
You sound like a goat.
You look like a goat, so don't try. Okay.
Something Faye struggles with is being
Bullying.
bully. She's a
I'm
bully.
not being a
I'm joking.
bully.
Well,
I'm
she's
just saying
comfortable
what
with.
I see.
Oh,
Is
So
that
that's-
a bad
that's
thing?
still not nice.
You are giving the teenage boys who go to my school.
You look like the teenage boys.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, guys, so I think we need to cut the
You say I sound like, are you crying it off now? All right, my question is number 7. Do you ever feel lonely even when you're surrounded by people?
Oh.
This is a good one.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I do sometimes, especially when I'm in a room where I don't know a lot of people there, and the people that I'm close with know a lot of people there, so they're like moving around, like swerving around, saying hi to everyone. If like everyone's like on their phone or something as well, like everyone's just like absorbed in their phone.
Would you call yourself more of an introvert or an extrovert when it comes to social situations?
I'm an ambivert.
Social, I'm an introvert. I'm social with people that are like around my age group. I'm not social with people that are what?
2 years older
That's
than you.
what I meant. Age group. Group is a number of things. Group is not
like all of
Okay,
Gen Alpha, because that means that you're not friends with me, because I'm the only Gen Z in the Rock Squad. Oh wait, also
actually,
Ryder.
I'm Gen 0 because a lot of people say
Because you're
I'm
a
Gen
0
Alpha.
out of 10.
Oh. Is this just a roast pod for me? Okay, so let me tell my story on this topic. So there's this girl, she basically would make people like not hang out with me, especially when we would be with like other people that we don't really know, but like when we were hanging out with our mutuals, she would kind of like manipulate people into not talking to me. Later, people would come up to me and be like, she literally told me to not hang out with you. I know at least 3 people who have told me that, and then they said, yeah, she actually told me not to hang out with you, which I don't even know why. Well, yeah, so she would tell people to not hang out with me, so I would purposely feel lonely. And that like really hurt me because I felt like I was so alone because I barely knew anybody there. And then when people didn't want me, I like thought, wow, people don't like me. That took a real toll on my mental health. So that was like really crazy and stuff, and I'm glad that I don't have to worry about that because all of my friends are really good friends.
So you know when you're like in a like conversation with a bunch of people, but then like you don't relate to what they're talking about, so you're basically just existing in the conversation, but you're not really saying anything. Oh my gosh.
Also, when people are having a conversation and laughing, and you walk up and you ask them what's so funny, and then they just sit there and stare at you, and they're like, oh, well, it's not funny anymore. Let me stop you and walk away. Is that funny? Because I would start laughing.
No, it's just so horrible being in a conversation, but you can't relate or add anything to it, because then you can't be a part of the conversation, and then it feels like you just shouldn't be there at all. What is something you struggle with that no one really knows about?
This is really heavy, guys. It feels like a bunch of rocks are
Just
pushing
like
down
you.
and I'm suffocating.
I know, this is like some heavy stuff. We're trying to give advice as kids while we're living.
Did nobody catch
as
that?
kids.
Nobody caught that?
I love you.
No. It's better to get advice from people your age that are going through the same experiences as you than some, no offense, but like a random 40-year-old person or 40-year-old man or woman. Yes, they have lived through what you have lived through, but it's not the same.
Because they're
every
from
genera-
1965.
I was going all the way there. I'm just saying like
200
the difference
BC.
between teenagers like 30 years ago and now is so different.
I'm talking, I had a pet dinosaur.
Anise, what is one thing that you struggle with that
So why are
nobody
we rating
knows?
stuff?
It's probably like self-confidence. I mean, like everyone struggles with that, but
So
like
everyone.
though. You're so gorgeous. I know it doesn't matter because I've been there, done that. I
I've
know it
always
doesn't
been a
matter,
very
but, like,
confident
been
person.
there.
You are.
Done
You don't have
that.
anything to be insecure about.
Yeah, I
Neither
know.
do you.
And neither did you, Naomi. I
A
definitely
nerd.
struggle with self-confidence. I mean, I feel like everyone does. It's not even just in like appearance. It's also like how I project myself to other people. Do I act normal, or do I like make funny jokes and stuff? And like, do I talk how I'm supposed to? And then like, will people like me? And like everything. Because like in this day and age with everything, everything feels like a popularity contest. And
Yeah.
it feels like every single time I go outside and every single time I have to interact with people and go to these like parties with a bunch of like influencers and stuff, it feels like you have to like make everyone like you.
I feel ya.
It's very draining, but also when you do find people that just like you for who you are, it's gonna get so much better.
Yeah, I feel like that feeds into my question for pressure and identity. Do you ever feel pressured to be perfect, and by who? I feel like a lot of teens, especially girls, also understand this, that when you're just scrolling on TikTok at like 12 o'clock at night and you see a bunch of pretty girls are like, oh my gosh, why am I so ugly? Because I do that same thing.
Yes. Oh my gosh, they're so gorgeous. And then I repost and then I'm like, why don't I look like that? You should be in the middle where you're happy and you think they're beautiful, but you also find beauty in yourself.
I have 4 Labubus currently, and then I just ordered a 6-pack of Skull Panda keychains, and I also ordered a Skull Panda figurine. This is my Labubu. Her name is Dada. Well, that's what they're supposed to know. Also, can we take a minute?
She's so cute and she probably talks like this. Was I right?
No, she talks like this.
Wait, she looks like a monster. Wait, I've never seen a
monster.
Labubu before. Why do they look like creepy monsters that are gonna eat your toes
See,
at
that's
night?
what happens when I first saw you on my feed.
Okay, talk about your Labubus and not making fun of my Nayeli for once.
Pop Mart needs to sponsor me. I actually need more. No one cares about that donkey.
Okay, so we're gonna go back onto the
My brain
topic
hurts.
of mental health.
Jellycats help my mental health.
They don't help your wallet.
I have an addiction. I started buying them in April.
And you have 32.
And yeah, in the past like 2 months, I've bought like 30 Jellycats. But they're all so cute.
Each. So you have one big one that's 100. So let's just say like you have.
No, I have one big one that's 100, another big one that was 80, and then I have another big one, my Sky Dragon, which was 72.
So let's just say like 250. So I want to calculate because I remember we calculated on my books.
You can
So each
calculate
one
that,
is-
and I'm gonna calculate
How many do you have? How many do you have?
32.
Okay, so 29. Let's do 50 because give or take, you know?
Okay, I'm going to start talking about my Jellycats. Okay, so basically, I started liking them back in April, and
You spent approximately $1,700 on all your Jellycats, plus the big ones. Approximately $1,700. A niece. Your mental health is really expensive.
I know. I have a shopping problem. I got the Rock Squad on the Jellycat obsession.
I only bought
I had
2.
a Jellycat when I was 8.
So,
Or not.
were you obsessed with them?
No, because I'm not like you.
No, you just bought it because it was cute, but then you bought that one because it was a Jellycat. See the diff?
It's still
I only bought 2 in like recently. One because I was a birthday gift for Faye, and this one because I actually thought it was cute.
When do you feel the most fake, like you're pretending to be someone else? I mean, like,
When I'm around someone I just met, I want to create like a good like first impression. Maybe I'll be like not like fake, but I won't be myself, you know?
So this person, I feel like I always have to be on my guard with them, and they always don't actually know who I actually am. Like they know nothing about me, it feels like, and I always have to be around them, and it really sucks because I always have to act fake because I feel like if I act my own way, I feel like I always have to be on my guard around them, and I always have to be careful of like what I say. You never can be trustful around them, and you can never fully explain the situation. You can't even like talk to them about how school went or like any relationships because you don't know what they're saying because they can literally just go crazy. And I feel like you just can't be yourself around them, you know?
So you just like don't feel safe with that like friendship and relationship?
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a cage basically.
Oh. I mean, I feel like this is a hard question because I don't really feel like fake around anyone. I mean, definitely my dance friends, I feel the least amount of fake because I've known them for so long and they're just like the people I'm most comfortable around. But I'm also comfortable around you guys. But I feel like you guys don't know me as well as I know like my dance friends because I'm definitely with you guys the least out of like the 4 of us. Out of like my dance friends and you guys, probably you guys. But
known
it's
Anise
not
the longest.
fake. It's just
We don't know you as well.
yeah, exactly. And like, it's not that I don't want you guys to know me well or more. It's just like, different. It's a different dynamic because with you guys, I'm the oldest out of everyone, the oldest girl out of everyone. But with my dance friends, I'm literally one of the youngest.
First, I've known Anise the longest out of the 4 of us.
Like barely.
A whole 2.5 years.
kidding.
Number 2, I also act fake around random 9-year-olds in my neighborhood that think I'm their friend. Like 9 and
Shots
7-year-olds.
fired. To all the 9-year-olds in Faye's neighborhood, I'm sorry. I'll be friends with you.
Yeah,
I know
I'll be
she's
friends
mean.
with you because you're probably
because it's not
watching
that-
this right now and you're very, very offended.
Hey, when you go home, you're gonna like be in some big trouble. What do you think people would like be surprised to know about you?
That I'm obsessed with 8 grown men.
so that's actually not something to be proud about.
Stray Kids.
Mm-hmm.
So that's still not.
You're obsessed with a man that doesn't even exist. He lives inside a story in a book on pages on paper. And the only way that you can see him is getting fan art of him. You can't even look up pictures of him as a real life person. It's all just random people who may have looked like him. And you would never know what he actually looked like because, again, he's inside of a book. He's not real. And you're obsessed with him.
One thing that I would be shocked that people don't know about me is that I actually get good grades in school. And a lot of people at my school think I'm a mean person until they get to know me, which really makes my heart sad because I've known some of these kids since 2nd grade.
Yeah, that's messed up.
They think that I'm so mean, especially because some of the kids who I haven't seen since like 2nd grade saw me again like 2 years ago. They all thought I was really, really rude, which made me super, super sad. And then once they got to know me, I've had multiple people come up to me and say, hey, like, you're actually really nice. And I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, some people think I'm mean.
I mean,
but I don't think anyone has ever thought of me as like mean. What I've been told so many times, which makes me so mad, when people like actually get to know me and like actually have conversations with me, they're like, oh my gosh, you're so much funnier, and like, oh, like everyone thinks I'm so
freaking
boring
funny
and shy, and like I have zero depth to my personality.
I think Faye and Anise are the funniest people out of the Rock Squad. Like girls.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I think the funniest people are Anise and Gia.
Thank you.
I just think Naomi's funny looking.
You know what? I feel like we're all funny in different ways.
Dad jokes.
They're not dad jokes. They're just
bully jokes. Did you know when I was younger, we had a bench dedicated for whenever somebody was alone, then when other person, if they ever saw it, they would have to sit with them and talk with them. The buddy bench.
I had the buddy bench too.
I sat on that buddy bench, and then somebody else saw me, and they came up, and we started talking about flowers.
I was actually pretty popular elementary schooler. I was a part of the cool kids, but the cool kids were also like anime weirdos. So
I would sit on that bench with someone and then push them off, and if someone tried to come up to me while I was sitting down, I would just kick them with my foot and then keep chilling.
See, that's why you're not invited to the buddy bench. But anyways, I wasn't actually cool elementary schooler.
You have a video of what?
I have a video of me and all my friends that were the popular kids. It's just because we were the 6th graders and we were the oldest people at our school. We were like making a whole musical in like the middle of school, and we were filming it on our phones like we were cool, but we weren't.
Oh my gosh, wait. Me and my friends, we were making a movie. We were like ninjas or something, or spies. It was really funny, but we never like finished it.
We have a video of us pretending to be YouTubers. I was actually a YouTuber at the time, but we were making like a fake YouTube video, and we were like trying different foods together. She tried one of the foods and then she threw up on camera.
What is your biggest fear about the future? That's another thing. I'm afraid I'm not gonna have a husband by 25.
Stray Kids going to the military.
I'm scared I'm not gonna get my first kiss by 15. Actually, no, I'm not scared of that. That's gonna happen. Guys, I only have a month.
Girls, tell your brothers this. If you ever see Anise on the street, make sure your brother goes and kisses her, okay?
Only if your brother's cute.
Cute, yeah.
But that's kind of weird, because if you think your brother's cute, that's just that's giving Sweet Home Alabama.
If you guys ever see Anise on the street, by June 29th.
My biggest fear about the future, Stray Kids going to the military. It's gonna be so sad.
My biggest fear is that I'm not going to be married by
You said
age
that 3 times,
25.
Naomi.
Yeah,
No, but I haven't explained why.
But my biggest fear is coming to reality.
Why. After I'm 25, I'll be ugly. My mom was
Stray
super
Kids.
pretty until she was like 28.
That's
You're
so
saying
mean.
your mom's not pretty?
No, I'm just saying that she's out of her youth.
I just want to get married. I just don't want to be alone. I feel like I will be. Like I have this like feeling in the back of my mind that
Guys,
I'm gonna be alone in 40 and have like.
But has anybody been on the street and asked you for your snap?
No.
Me neither.
Do you think that would ever happen to me? Wouldn't you think I'd talk about that like every single day of my life? My insecurity is that no guy has ever liked me.
I don't think a guy has ever actually liked me. I've never had somebody who like cared about me.
So I've never had someone care.
I care about you.
I care about you.
I care about you.
I care about you.
A boy that cared about
Me either.
Like, why can't I just have this random guy on Snap that I see and he's like, I like you and you want a date?
I'm sure there's plenty of boys out there.
That would date me? No. There's 12 billion people on this earth and I still am alone. The alone rate in Gen Z generation is like much higher than millennials. That's one thing I'll give millennials. You guys know how to date.
Are you kidding me? Every single kid at my school has a boyfriend.
It's still lower. Like there's still people dating, obviously. It's still the world, but like it's not as many. You've held a guy's hand. I can't say that because I haven't.
You've held my hand.
Bae, you're not a man.
I can't be.
You can hold this guy's hand.
This guy looks like ramen.
Oh.
No thanks.
What is one part of your appearance that you wish you could secretly change? But now it's not a
My
secret 'cause
stomach-
you're telling everyone.
My stomach and like my hips because they're really big, like wide.
Oh my gosh. No,
Okay,
you're
Anise.
not.
You're built like the number 8.
I'm literally gonna cry. You
I
just
would
called
change-
me the number 8.
Yes! Look, it's like it, because an 8 looks like an hourglass.
I wish I wasn't built like a little boy. I wish I could take my soul and put it into someone else's body that was prettier than me.
What about their soul? What are you gonna do about that?
They can put it into me and struggle. They can get on the struggle bus. Believe
Anise,
it.
I wish I had your body.
No, you don't.
And your face, and your eyelashes, and your lips, and your hair. I have like 10 million pimples. That's why I wear so much makeup.
What would you change about yourself? Your appearance, the people around you maybe, your personality, anything about yourself. What would you change?
Your personality. Would you perhaps change your ability to be easily irritated?
I would change my eye color.
Really?
I would change, like green.
Really? That's so strange. But I'm here for
Yeah.
it.
I wish I had green eyes. I don't like my eyes.
I like both of your guys' eyes. Another thing that I'll change about my personality that I've tried so many times to try and like help it. Everybody always calls me loud. They'll always be like, oh, Nayeli, you're so loud. Or like, Nayeli, stop talking, you're so loud. Or gosh, you can't stop being loud. Like one time, there's this boy that I thought was cute. I like talked on his like Snapchat and he said, ew, I don't like you. I was like, oh, what did I ever do to you? Like in a friend way. Like what did I ever do to you? And he's like, you're just like really loud. I don't like you. You talk too much and you're just really loud. I'm like, oh.
When people are very like loud, that means that they're very comfortable when they're around people, and they're like showing that they are comfortable expressing themselves.
They
And
make
if
the
people
world
are
go
like,
round.
ew, you're so loud, just talk louder. Like, who cares?
But a lot of people say that though. So like a lot of people.
That's
Who has
great.
said that to you?
When you're loud, that means you're having fun. That means you're actually like you're happy. Like if you're talking quietly, you're obviously not like excited to talk in that situation. It just shows that you're comfortable around someone. I have a good question. Have you ever felt ashamed of something you couldn't control?
My jelly cat addiction, but I'm not ashamed.
Wait, ashamed of something what?
Like just ashamed of something that maybe you said or done, but you couldn't really control it.
about
'cause you were
it.
in
Well,
a
you
rage.
can control what you say.
Actually, yes, I've said
looking
many
at
things
someone.
that I felt ashamed of after that I couldn't.
I feel like I've said things in my past that genuinely like changed and stuff. And if I could go back, I would change it.
I've said some psycho behavior in my life. Basically, you apologize to him, and then you say, "Oh, I want to be your girlfriend again." So you date him up till your birthday. So you get his birthday presents from him, and you get to know him slowly, so you know his deepest, darkest secrets. And then you block him after you get your presents on your birthday, or like the day after your birthday, and then you post it on your story. You block him on all platforms, including
And
your
report
social
him.
medias. And then you post all of his deepest, darkest secrets on your stories.
Wait, I'm so
and then you
confused.
make him slowly find out through his
2
friends
hours.
and mutuals that have seen it before him, which means they all know how embarrassing he is.
Do it.
Very psycho.
That's
Yeah.
psycho behavior.
She said that, not me. Okay, guys, so we have 25 seconds left. So our last message to you is don't care about like what anybody says, and make sure you always believe in yourself.
Because be true, and don't forget to smile.
You guys never listen to what anybody says because it's not true. You're beautiful.
Love you. I love you so much, and be yourself. And
And make sure you guys like, subscribe.